Hello, this is George with Red State Latino, coming at you from DeSoto, Texas, here on my desktop at home. And for our first show, I wanted to share a little recording I did the other day, which was yesterday. And I know this week is a horrible week because of the shooting in Las Vegas, and I plan on doing a podcast on that also. But for today, maybe lighten the mood a little bit and talk about something that happened to me on the way to work, on the way to one of my contracting jobs. There's an individual that I usually see all the time, and I would see him, but I would never get the chance to really try to help him. Basically, there's a guy that when I'm driving to this certain contracting job that I do in North Dallas, off of 635, there's a guy that has this bike, or not bike, I'm sorry, a basket, right? And in that basket, he's got like tons of cans, scrap metal, and this individual is this guy. He's, I would say, about he's about 6 foot tall, and really interesting thing happened. So I'm driving by, and I finally have a chance to maybe pick him up because I'm going to Office Depot to pick up some supplies for work, to wrap up some items to ship off. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna help this guy today because it's a good day and it's good helping people. And I drive by and I say, hey, you need help? You need a ride? He goes, yeah. I need a ride to scrap metal yards down the street. So I pull over to a safe spot, and we both get off, or I get off and help him load his basically junk pile, basically cans and a couple of rotors, a starter, I think, really heavy stuff, and then the rest of the cans. So we do that, and I asked him if I could record him and interview him, and he said yeah. And I just recorded a little bit. It's not too much. This is not a long segment at all. It's just a few minutes, but it's interesting because I like asking people all kinds of questions about, from my perspective, and honest questions. And usually when you ask people honest questions, they give you honest answers. And that's the problem with today's media, is they just lie. They lie. They have an agenda. They have a narrative that they want you to understand. They want you to know this thing that they are trying to shove down your throat by lying. And one of the reasons I want to do a podcast is to shed light on things, and just even not be so serious. It don't have to be serious stuff. It doesn't have to be all political stuff. The reason I want to share this recording is because I think it's just interesting how people are and think, and we sometimes don't know what the people have been through. We see these people on the street, and we think they're homeless, and they're actually not. And this is a story about Bo, and his name is Alex, but he goes by Bo. And here's the recording, and I will comment after.
So what do you think about, like, because I study a lot of history, and I know that my dad used to say there was a lot of racism.
Oh man, it's still a few around.
But would you say it got better here?
It's better here,
right? Because back in the day, you couldn't even walk down the street, right?
A lot of people, right?
They just locked you up for nothing.
Here. But back where I come from,
yeah,
I call the white people.
Yeah,
they own everything.
Yeah.
So we had to go through them, and
yeah.
And boy, they had a lot of race around them. Sure did.
Back in the when were you born?
52.
52? Okay.
The further you go south, the worse it is. Mississippi, Alabama.
I've been to Mississippi, man.
The further you go south,
Mississippi, when I went, the blacks didn't like me and the whites didn't like me. They didn't know what I was.
I got some white friends, I got Mexican friends. I just stay to my business, tend to my business,
Yeah.
I leave there.
They looked at me and they didn't know what I
A lot of
was.
people just, it's in them, and they ain't gonna never
Yeah.
get out of it.
But it seems it has gotten better, you know. I mean, you know,
and here it is.
because you can.
But you go further south, it's still down there, but it's still,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You had to go through them to get anything black folk did.
Yeah.
But, they took everything. You know, I put it back in the day for my daddy now, my old grandpa, they took everything from me, man. They had a chance. They had a chance.
What'd your grandpa do for a living?
When I got big enough really to know him, I ain't never known the word. He had a wagon and 2 mules.
Oh wow.
He'll travel a lot of times 10 miles a day. He can run and play all these white folk cars.
Oh wow.
They loved it.
Yeah.
$3-4 a guard.
Oh wow.
It kept money, but he draw the check on
Yeah.
Some people kill you by my grandpa.
Yeah.
He stayed in his place and they took care of him.
Do you know anything about his father?
No, I don't know because when I got bigger to know him, that's my mama's daddy. That way, on my daddy's side, there was a bunch of boys. They had been in and worked with them.
Yeah.
They bust their ass and kick what they got.
I mean, because these days, I mean, I think back in those days, you couldn't go to certain stores or they kick you out, right?
Yeah, shit.
They're like, no Negro. They said no colored, right?
Well, they call them nigger.
Nigger?
Yeah, but you know, nigger just a word.
Well, the young,
Anybody could be a nigger.
what do you think about young kids using that word?
You know,
Do you think they just don't know?
yeah, they know.
They know?
They sign away from don't help.
But you don't use that word, right?
Yeah, I call them.
Or do you use that word?
No, I ain't never call them.
Because the younger kids don't know how bad that word was, right?
Yeah, well, see, they got a lot of that from the older people, the way the white folks treat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I don't like that word. But
Like
the rap, you know, my
anybody can a nigga just that's anybody I could down for.
yeah.
You can be an African American or Caucasian, you know,
Right.
Mexican, whatever.
Yeah.
We pay for acre land and build a house.
Oh wow.
It
So
had-
how many so you had your mom, your dad,
Yeah, but
your brothers?
he had 5 boys and 3 girls.
Y'all grew up on a farm.
No. We had our own little place. We just rented them people.
Yeah.
We finally, the white man, picking cotton and all that. He would work the hell out of it. He was kind of helping.
Yeah.
He sold us his land, you know.
So he wasn't mean.
200, look at him.
So he did help you, and he was
Yeah.
white.
$250. And he was filthy rich.
Oh
He
wow.
had 2 grandsons, and he owned all of Red River Parish and half of Bielma Parish.
Oh wow.
Had about 10,000 head of car. He had land everywhere, man. Everywhere. But like he had old record ass clothes.
So how old are you now?
I'm 66.
66. Wow. Still kicking
You
it.
couldn't over pop around this man. Call himself the captain.
Yeah.
Had a cup. Get a captain and drink of that. He like he had a quarter. He was a billionaire, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Call himself the captain. Old ragged old truck.
Yeah.
But that's how he got what he had. Yeah, tight.
Did you go to school, high school?
Yeah, I graduated.
You graduated?
What is the
Louisiana?
shop? Is going to the shop now?
Yeah, I'm going to your. We just showed you the shop.
Yeah, well, we had to go back.
So where do you live?
Yeah, we had to go back this way.
Oh, where you live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Live on the other side, 635.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day, black folk wouldn't even own shit like this. I had an uncle. So,
Well, I seen that show, The Cotton Club. There was some rich guys on there.
Yeah, but I had an uncle. He saved enough money. He was the first black man to get on T-Miler.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, back in the day, they couldn't own nothing, man.
Oh, where do I go straight?
Just straight.
There's your route right here.
Right.
That's where I see you all the time going up and down.
But here, that woman give me $100 one day.
Yeah?
Went to the Empire. I was out there in the million. in them trash cans, picking up cans,
Yeah.
cleaning them pumps. I know she came to straight dinner. She had a big bottle of water in one hand. You know, I saw her coming. I looked up and said, "Oh my God, bless you." She gave me her other hand. Had
Yeah.
520 in that thing. They just left the impact. They had 520. That's all the impact shit out of 20.
What was your name again?
Alex.
Alex.
Call me Bo, be better.
Mo?
Bo, B-O.
Bo.
B-O.
Oh, Bo. Okay. Bo. So you graduate. What did you do after you graduated high school?
I was young. I get dumb. I had a 2-year scholarship in basketball.
Yeah?
I'm from Louisiana now. To Paul Quinn, Waco, Texas.
Yeah.
I think Paul Quinn ain't here in Dallas now. He used to be on the other side of Houston.
Oh, wow.
I went there for summer school on the basketball thing. I had a basketball scholarship.
Oh, you got a basketball scholarship,
Right, for 2
and then you
years,
got
but
sent over here.
I was good. They'd have paid the rest of my 2 years. I kept coming home, had that little girl. We gonna take a left and fight. Go see that car coming out there.
Yeah.
Kept coming home and need my ass kicked. Didn't go back. Those people wrote me in.
Oh
I
man.
just throw my-
So the women.
I had a girl that we had been coaching 7-8 years.
Man.
And I was in love with her. She cried. I didn't go back. But that's the worst thing I ever could have done. That's the reason my hand.
Man, you could be a basketball star right
I came along
now.
with Robert Parrish and all that. Willis Reed.
Oh man.
Man,
Wow.
I came along with her.
Man, you could have
They
been. You
retired.
could have played pro, man.
Man, I'm telling you. They played pro and retired. Willis Reed, all them. Yeah, Robert Perry. Robert Perry from Freeport, from where I was from. Centenary College. He was good enough. We was there.
So how old were you those days when you got the scholarship?
I graduated in 70. Let's see.
So it was like
I-
72,
yeah, I graduated-
something like that,
right.
when you were playing college.
Right. And believe it or not, we lost the game. Well, I was the sixth man on the bench. One of the first 5 fouled out. I played 3/4, hit 50 points.
Wow.
In 3/4,
What position you play?
foul.
Oh, okay.
I can play foul, either punt guard. Anyway.
You probably can still play, huh?
Well, I'm all broke up now. I hurt my knee.
Yeah.
I hurt that. They had 5 or 6. A log fell on my hand.
Oh,
I went
man.
to a meal.
So what did you do after basketball? After,
Well, I came back
got
home.
married or?
No, I ain't never been married. Came back home.
No kids?
No, I got one daughter. She can do them.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that recording with Bo, Alex. That was pretty interesting, at least in my perspective, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. I thought it was just important to share that because people are different. Everybody comes on different walks of life, and they're in different parts of their life. Some people are in their sunset of their life. Some people are in the just beginning stages of their lives. Young guys, young people, middle-aged, older. Well, this guy, he's 66 years old, and I don't know how much longer he's going to be on the earth. Maybe another 20 years. I don't know. He might outlive me. But it was interesting to talk to him, and I think I'm going to interview him again and talk to him again next time I see him on the road, which I'm pretty sure I will. And he's 66, and he's out there in the summer, winter, fall. He is out there working. He doesn't like to sit around. He told me earlier he does get food stamps, and that his sister helps him out. I don't know if he has a drinking problem or not. He might. When I dropped him off after that, he went to the gas station and went inside, and I don't know, maybe bought some liquor. I don't know, but I had to go. It was a pretty shady part of town. That is, it's kind of run down, gasoline bars on the gasoline station, people just kind of lounging around. I don't like going to gas stations in the first place. Maybe that's a show I'll do also. It's going to be all about gas stations and what to do and what not to do. But back to Bo. Bo, is there a Bo in all of us? Is there, what's what's his future going to be. I worry about him. I don't know why, but I hope he's safe. And it's just hard. Sometimes we get up and we complain about our lives and complain about work and our bosses and our wives or boyfriends or significant others. And I guess talking to Bo and seeing what Bo does puts things in perspective sometimes. Sometimes we want a bigger car, we want a bigger house, we want to make more money. But where does it stop? Where does the need stop? I mean, do we stop at when we're making 50,000, 60, 100,000, $1 million, 5 million, 100 million, 500 million? When does it stop where we say we're going to be happy? So, I mean, just seeing Bo is just a question. It's just so many questions about happiness, about where we are in our lives, about where we want to go in our lives, about what we want to do in our lives. And when we meet somebody like Bo, who lives in a, dilapidated part of town, that is almost homeless. He does get a retirement check, but his sister handles all his business. But it just makes you wonder. It makes you contemplate life and what it is about. Bo, from what I see, is very happy. This guy is happy. He's very content, and he loves what he does. He loves picking up cans and scrap and going to the scrapyard, earning his money, being able to go maybe buy a drink or two or whatever. I mean, that's his business. But the guy's happy. I mean, I've met people that make a lot of money and they're miserable. And I've met people that make money and they're very happy. So maybe this show is about happiness and what makes you happy. I don't know. What do you think? I'd like to maybe talk to some of you guys about that. What makes people happy? Where does it end? Where does it stop? Where does it begin? And I believe that our lives are, it's that natural bell curve. It goes up and down. We got our ups and downs, and that's even in the Bible where some of these guys are up and down. But that's all for now. And tune in next time. This is Red State Latino. Don't forget,